I did a special investigative report on the Coastal Road. Just in case you do not know, the Coastal Road was a major conversation of recent. And that conversation led to the fact that people said the monies that have been marked for the Coastal Road was way too much.
The most expensive capital project in the history of Nigeria since independence.
The footage you see there on the screen, you can pause, director. If you pause, you would find that there's a mark there. That mark shows what is happening on the Coastal Road. You have street urchins who have taken over the Coastal Road now, and they are creating illegal U-turns. So if you do not want to go further to the U-turn that has been created during construction, designated U-turns, street urchins, as you see them there on the screen, are now digging the middle, bringing out the sand, and creating some form of elevated platform for cars to just climb and pass through the middle of a beautified area of the road so that they can just turn. Now, that's what you see there on the screen. We have more videos we're also going to show to you. These videos also show that you have Okada riders, as you see there, also taking one way, while you have, people who have been, who have capitalized on this. Yesterday, Benga also found out that the ticketing boys, better still, what many call the area boys, are also on the Coastal Road now. If you're a private car and you are looking, that's Benga on the road as well. If you're a private car and you're looking to just help people and pick them up and take them along that road, the area boys are now on that road and they're asking you for tickets. They have tickets. So you have to pay for tickets to ply the Coastal Road as well. That's for those who have decided to help. We also found out that there are commercial drivers too. However, the commercial drivers also have to pay for the tickets. The question is, can you see that? Take a look. Can you see the bus?
Revenue boys.
Can you see a bus coming down from, instead of going to the designated U-turn, the bus just came down from that same place.
Because, if you look at the highway design, there's a reason why they're designated paths for U-turn. Because it's an expressway. Imagine a car coming from this lane with full speed, and then you have to, and then there's a collision. And that's why we saw an accident happen just 2 days ago on this same Coastal Road.
Absolutely. It happens almost every day.
It's gross indiscipline. And also, you can't just appeal to Nigerians that, let's do what is right. That's why in other climes, for example, in the United Kingdom, if you take a one-way road, the design of the road makes it virtually impossible for you to even make illegal turns or take one way. That's why if you're caught violating traffic, they take you to a mental hospital for psychiatric evaluation, because there must be something wrong with you in the first place to make such a decision. So they have to test your mental capacity to see if you're really all right or not. It's one thing to appeal to the emotions of Nigerians and say, do all this national orientation gigs and say, don't violate traffic laws, let's not take one way. It's another thing for enforcement. Just last 2 weeks, the Honorable Commissioner of Environment in Lagos, who is very visible, Honorable Tokunbo Wahab, they had a show of force. They dismantled illegal structures on the coastal highway. The Nigerian police apprehended drivers that were taking one way, and seized a number of bikes. But if there's no sustainable presence there, Nigerians will break the law at the next minute. So we need permanent solutions, not this once in a while raids where you believe that because you've apprehended a few violators that it's all systems go, that things will be all right. No, we need permanent solutions to this.
Bing, I can also share with you that I know I have a statement I make here on the show, and I started making that statement at the start of this month, and that statement simply is Nigerians and Nigeria's problem. So the street urchins have created a platform, an elevated platform, where they've dug the sand that is supposed to protect the road and beautify it and keep it at where it is. They've dug it, they've created an elevated platform, illegal U-turn, and they call you. You see them with their hanky, they do like this, they tell you turn. You, as an educated, enlightened, sensible Nigerian who understands that it is not always about abusing or shouting foul at the government, you know quite all right that this is illegal. I was expecting, or I'm expecting that you will stop the car and tell them, who are you? Why are you doing this? You know this is this, and so on. Now you would slow down. They will tell you turn. You will turn, and you will give them 500 naira.
Because you're
100 naira,
encouraging the
200 naira.
business.
So what are you doing?
So I mean, I've heard all that you.
I know the funny thing. I have a footage that I don't know if the producers did get that. You have the police officers not far away from there.
You know,
We have
just
normalized
the police officers are there. They're just watching.
We've normalized bad behavior in Nigeria, and we've normalized it in many ways. One of this will be sometimes you think about, and honestly, I can never encourage it, but the system and the structure that we currently run as a nation, in a way, encourages it. So you think to yourself, do I pass this coastal highway, or do I go and pass the Lekki-Epe expressway that is blocked? It's only one way everyone is passing through, and be there for hours. You know, so because you're thinking of that, then some people will think, you know what, it's just 500 naira. Let me just let me just go through this and save
But you're breaking the law.
Not only are you committing or potentially breaking the law, but what you're doing is also encouraging bad behavior.
And dangerous.
And we see it in different areas. You go to buy fuel at the filling station, they say to you, oh, sorry, if you don't have cash or you don't have POS, transfer. You ask for the transfer details. It is the transfer details of the staff. I never agree to that. Once they give me the transfer details, I say, no, give me the transfer details of the filling station. Because that's how people start to cheat. I went to Abuja, I was trying to, not on this last trip, I was trying to check into a hotel. They say, oh, ma, don't transfer, no, don't pay with your POS. Our machine isn't working. I said, okay, do you have an account I can transfer to? The staff gave me his personal account. So the hotel management will not know that they've lost some hundreds of thousands in one night because of this staff that has tried to, put the money in their pocket. A regular person may say, okay, no problem. The person will remit later. But I said, no, I refused. And I said to him, I'm going to check in. Later in the night when the POS starts working, I will pay, or first thing tomorrow morning. So he didn't come back again. The next morning when I came to pay, they collected my money. So I think that is...
The POS
Yes, the POS are working now. So as a matter of fact, I completely refuse.
You know, Joe said something, and we just moved on from it. It's very important. It seems some of these policemen, if there's no attraction to money, the will to work is...
Look at that.
The will to do their work is not there, and the zeal. Because he said just not too far away from where they're doing this nonsense.
We just passed the police vehicle just by the left there.
Policemen.
Look at this. Look at this. This was trying to turn. He was trying to turn, and then, of course, what happened to his tire? Gone. And look at the boys there on the road.
You know, all the BRT enforcement and most of the BRT that you step on a BRT lane, and we have enough policemen. They should be permanently stationed on this road because it's a very important infrastructure, and the danger, because cars ply at very high speed here. The dangers of all these people.
Benga, look at these boys.
All these
there are many. They are in their hundreds.
Doing all these things is we need to have the Honorable Commissioner of Environment join us on Breakfast Central this week. We'll reach out to Honorable Tokunbo Wahab. Hopefully, he will honor our invitation. There's so many things to speak up about happening in the city of Lagos.
Anyway, aside from the coastal road, you can feel free to tell us your experience. Let's know what you think about what's happening there. And this also serves as a quick call to the minister, who had said when the coastal road had flooded that they were stealing, some of the coastal road designs, materials used for that. And if they're doing so, I bet with these videos and footage that we've shown to you, you can tell who these persons are. And just to mention again, the area boys are on that road now, and they are in the local parlance. They are tearing tickets for cars and all that. So we really don't understand. Is the coastal road the same as every other road where any small or slight opportunity, you have these boys gathering and disturbing people and telling them you have to pay for even helping people? I saw a car help someone and told them, okay, let me help you down. And they came to him and said, where's your ticket that you were a public transport? And he said, no, I'm not. He ended up telling the people to calm down. And then he decided to veer off.